Welcome back. We've been monitoring traffic volumes on the N3 as holidaymakers make their way into the province of KwaZulu-Natal. Our reporter Mlungisi Khumalo is with the KwaZulu-Natal Department of Transport, Safety and Liaison spokesperson Kwanele Ncalane. Let's cross to him live now. Mlungisi, what are the officials saying?
Okay. Hi, I'm Mahendra. Yes, like I promised you earlier on, that we will have somebody from government, somebody from the Department of Transport who will give us an exact diagnosis or an analytical diagnosis of what's the current situation on our roads, in particular in KwaZulu-Natal. I mentioned earlier on that I was going to get the spokesperson for the Department of Transport in the province of KwaZulu-Natal, Kwanele Ncalane, who will also just give us an overview. Thank you very much, Kwanele, for your time. Just give us a brief overview. What's our current state on our roads and traffic, etc.?
Well, we are currently experiencing an increase in terms of traffic volumes. The numbers are increasing. We are currently sitting at about 1,500 vehicles that are now entering the province of KwaZulu-Natal. We do have also high numbers of vehicles that are leaving the province, but seemingly there are more that are coming on the N3, on the N2. But obviously, we are also very disappointed about the increase in number of road crashes and fatalities as outlined by the minister in the release of the statistics. But the MEC for Transport in this province, MEC Mlungisi Khumalo, has met with all law enforcement agencies, and we have said to ourselves this weekend, we are marking the target in this weekend. It's going to be a turning point where we are going to make sure that we benchmark and drastically change the picture that is currently surfacing about the province. We said we'll make sure that in this weekend, we close all the corners of the province. We want to make sure that we clamp down from this weekend till the Christmas day and till the New Year's Eve weekend.
Now, you've mentioned to me that saying that you've got a benchmark and you've set a target. Now, currently, the figure stands at 162 100 people that have died or road fatalities in our road. What's the benchmark and what's the way forward from here?
Well, ours is that hence I've said that we want to reduce that. Therefore, this weekend we have set a target for ourselves to say we don't want any more deaths on our roads. Therefore, this weekend is a turning point for us. We must make sure that we invest all resources. We must make sure that we focus on all critical areas. We will make sure that there is no vehicle that will enter or leave this province not checked. But the most critical parts are in the evenings. Those are critical hours where most accidents are happening. Therefore, we have targeted certain corridors, certain routes, which we want to make sure that we sustain operation throughout the night and the mornings to make sure that we clamp down on all those. But also, we are saying people must have a role to play. Motorists must also meet us halfway. We expect them to adhere to the law. We expect them to make sure that we all work together to change this very grim picture about this province.
Now, just lead us through what's the current roadblocks on our province and our police. What's the visibility, basically?
Well, there are about 6 drivers who have been arrested only yesterday, who have been directly charged for speeding excessively. But some were caught driving. One was caught driving and escorted with a vehicle laden with passengers, and they had to organize a vehicle, and that driver was arrested. We'll continue making sure that the issue of drinking and driving is one of our targets. But it's very alarming. The statistics on people who are driving without driver's licenses, we are currently sitting at about 1,600 and something, which is quite a huge number of people who are on our roads, knowing exactly that they do not qualify to be on our roads, knowing exactly that they do not have necessary permission to be on the road. And those are endangering the lives of motorists. And we are saying, that's why we are saying we're extending the invitation to the society at large, to say people must refuse to be driven by a driver who do not qualify, who does not have a professional driving permit, but yet transporting them using a taxi. Therefore, all of us, we have a role. We have said to Santaco, rank managers themselves, the leadership of Santaco themselves must make sure that any vehicle that is leaving at the taxi rank, the driver is compliant, the driver is checked that is not drunk, and therefore make sure that they keep constant check of the drivers along the road.
Thank you very much, Kwanele Ncalane. That's Kwanele Ncalane, the spokesperson for the KwaZulu-Natal Department of Transport. In a nutshell, he's just basically says that law enforcement authorities and road officials are out in their numbers throughout the whole province of KwaZulu-Natal. And they've also said that they have sent a benchmark for themselves, because we understand that yesterday the high figures basically alarmed and shocked everybody. The figures also released by the Transport Minister Blake Nzimande yesterday. So that in a nutshell, that's what Kwanele Ncalane basically just told everybody everybody. Yes, like I mentioned earlier on, we are still here at the Marian Hill Toll Plaza, where numbers of cars making their way into the province is actually much more compared to cars leaving the province of KwaZulu-Natal. Over back to you in studio, Mahendra.
Thank you very much indeed for that comprehensive update, our reporter Mlungisi